Hello guys, what's going on? Today I'm just going to do a short stream. That's why I'm calling it 1.6 instead of 2.0. Because my life deck just needs a few cards in there that I need to add, which I took out from my rat deck, which didn't need it, to be honest. The first one is the Vampiric Tutor. That's one card, which lets me search your library for a card, then shuffle your library and put a card on top of it. You lose 2 life. Yeah. So, and it only costs 1. So that's pretty cool. The second one is Profane Command. It's a bit expensive though, but you get to choose 2, and I get to make a player lose life, and I get to return target creature card from with converted mana cost or X, or target creature gains XX until of turn, or up to X target creature gain fear, and then they can't be blocked except by artifacts or black creatures. And I sort of, well, since this is a life deck and I'm basing it on tutors, I want this guy back, even though he's quite expensive. Yeah. So there we go. That's the plan for this stream. So I'm going to try to integrate these cards in my life deck as it is now. But that, of course, also means that I have to remove 3 cards from my life deck. So let's see how we're going to do that. The commander of this life deck is, of course, Sidisi. Yeah, he is a tutor-based commander. So he has exploit, which means that when he comes into play, I have to sacrifice a creature for him to let me search my library for a card and put it into my hand. Yeah. So pretty powerful, pretty awesome stuff. Yeah. And that's also how I base this deck of mine, this life deck. And you're going to see how powerful it is really soon. Yeah. And of course, he's got Death Touch, but that's not why this commander is good. Yeah. And he's got 4/6. So, yeah. Pretty awesome stuff right there. The only problem with him, though, is that he is a little bit expensive, though. And I have to sacrifice a creature for him to work, but I guess that's okay. It's no problem. Yeah. So there you go. That's the commander, and I'm going to try to integrate these 3 cards into the deck. So let's go. Let's try to make this happen. We're going to start with this card right here and see if it's any good or not. It's a flying, and at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card unless target opponent sacrifices a creature or pays 3 life. I can keep him or I can get rid of him. So, and you're welcome to leave comments. What cards do you think I should keep in there, and what do you think I should get rid of? Yeah. So this is one of 98 cards, since there are 100 cards in Commander. So yeah, and this is my 100th card. So 199. Yeah, I think I'm real. No artificial intelligence here. I'm a real person. Yeah. So thank you for that hefty comment. It was awesome. Okay, what's next? It's this guy right here. Yeah, cool. Thanks for tuning in, man. Rag Dealer. It's return up to 3 target cards to single graveyard from the game. Okay, I don't really know if I need this guy, but he's cheap though. Only costs 1 to get down there. Yeah. Thanks, man. That's awesome that you liked the video. Highly appreciated stuff, man. You are awesome. Yeah, okay. So I think I'll keep this guy because I need this guy to my commander I'm not gonna throw him away, dude. He's okay. He's cool. Look at him. He's kind of cute as well. Yeah, and I need him around so my commander can kill him off, so I can get some other junk in there as well. Yeah. So. So there you go. Yeah. Land. Of course, I need to keep my lands. So no discussion really. What's this? Twilight Prophet. Yeah, cool, man. If you haven't played Magic the Gathering before, it's highly recommended. Bring your friends, play Magic the Gathering, dude. Yeah. So no stress, man. Yeah. It's better than Fortnite. Yeah. Okay. This card is Fly and Ascend, it says. So if I can control 10 or more permanents, I get the city's blessing. And I'm going to explain to you what that means in a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Cool that you agree, man. That's awesome. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have the city's blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life for X is the card's mana value. So, okay. Pretty cool. Gonna keep that. It only costs 4. That's awesome. What's this? If Gravebane Zombie is put into graveyard from play, put Gravebane Zombie on top of its owner's library. So that means I get to sacrifice creatures indefinitely as long as my commander dies, of course. He needs to die for me to sacrifice creatures. Land, pretty awesome that it's a land. So yeah. What's this? Zombie. Yeah. So I'm not too sure if I'm gonna need this zombie because I already got a few zombies in here that do the same thing. So I'm gonna put this in my maybe pile, and maybe I'll exchange it with another card. What's this? It's if Abyssal Gravekeeper is put in any graveyard from play, each player chooses and buries a creature he or she controls. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep that. And I'm gonna turn on some more light here. I don't know if you noticed, but it's a little dark here. I forgot to turn on my Magic the Gathering light. There you go. And we're gonna move everything over here where the lighting is. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Moving rapidly on then to this guy. It's Pestilence Demon. And it's the same as Pestilence, but this is Pestilence in the form of a demon. And it deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. Yeah, and it's flying, so gotta keep him. Multi-kicker. I'm not sure if I need this though. It's a bit complicated, and I guess I got enough mana as it is in here, so maybe I'll just throw this away. It's an investment, so but anybody can just kill the artifact off, and then the investment is gone, and it will be a waste of time. So I'm gonna put it in my maybe pile and find something else. Land, a pretty cool land at that. Yeah. Land. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Do I really need that? I'm not too sure if I need this either, to be honest with you. Because I don't really have many lands in here that are, you know. This one is pretty cool. Repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless the player sacrifices a non-permanent or discards a card. Your god, Farah, has returned. Yeah. So, nice. This is nice. It's pair into the abyss. Its target player draws cards equal to the half of the number of cards in their library and loses half their life. Round up each time, which is nice. Land and land. This is one of the reasons why this deck is gonna kill off all my opponents in a loop kind of section. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So, pretty cool. What's this? Shadows of the Past. Whenever a creature dies, scry one. Okay, look at the top card of your library. You may put the card on the bottom of your library. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. I would have thrown this card away, but the last thing on it is pretty good. So yeah. Also, if there are 4 or more creatures in my graveyard, I'm gonna put this in my main pile because there are not really many creatures in here, to be honest with you. Then Reaver Demon is a cool dude. So it's basically you throw this out and it's also a board wipe. So yeah. And this is annoying as hell. And that's why I have it in here, because it's just annoying. Because I put it on a permanent that my enemy player controls, and he just has to put it in the graveyard, and then he puts on something else until he has nothing left. So that's awesome. Love it. Oh yeah, so I get to exile a graveyard target opponent controls. I can also exile my own graveyard, but what would be the point of that? Land. Your opponents can't gain life at the beginning of each end step. Each one loses life equal to the life the player lost this turn. So I attack with a creature, let's say this guy, or another dude, which deals 3 damage, and at the end step, he gets 3 more damage. Pretty cool. What's this? It's a land, each opponent loses 1 life. So yeah, that's awesome. If you gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. That's pretty good. If you draw a card, except first one, you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Mana Stone, pretty cool. Land. This guy is awesome. I get to draw a card and lose 1 life. I get to destroy target creature, and target opponent gets an emblem with whenever player draws a card, you lose 2 life. So, yeah. It's a planeswalker that's awesome. And I got the token right here, so yeah. What's this? It's Phyrexian Etchings. Let only return draw a card for each age counter on Phyrexian Etchings. Graveyard from play, you lose 2 life for each age counter on it. Yeah, so it's a nice way to draw cards then. Life. Doom Whisperer. Pay 2 life, Surveil 2. Okay, look at the top cards of your library and put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest of the top of your library in any order. Right. I don't think I need this either, to be honest with you. Because, well, I don't really need to put cards in my graveyard with this deck. That's the zombie I'm talking about. When Ghoul Raiser enters the battlefield, return a zombie card at random from your graveyard to your hand. So this I'm gonna keep. Yeah. Because I don't got many zombies in here. You're gonna know what I'm talking about when you see it. This is pretty cool. Target creature can be blocked this turn. I think I got this land in my rat deck. I need to check because, yeah. This is an old card. It's called Lifelink now, but enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, you gain that much life, and that's basically Lifelink. A true classic. Yeah. So it's an awesome guy. He basically just wipes the whole board with tokens, if the tokens are small enough. Toxic Deluge, sorry about that. It's the best board wipe in the game, in my opinion. You just choose X life and you do X amount of damage to all the creatures. And they get destroyed. So indestructible creatures also get destroyed. Yeah. It's awesome. Can't beat that, man. Land. Oh yeah, as an additional cost to cast Altar's Reap, sacrifice a creature. And I can also sacrifice my commander, so that's pretty awesome. And I want to do that because I want to play my commander again. You draw 3 cards and you lose 3 life. Gotta have some card draw in here as well. That's important. Land. What's this? It's whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. You draw a card and you lose. I don't think I have Black Lotus now. It's like $20,000 for that card, so I don't think I have that. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. Dread Presence deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life, so it's pretty cool. And it happens whenever I throw a swamp in the battlefield. Yeah. Here's the card I mentioned earlier. It's Pestilence. I got Pestilence Demon in here, so this is just Pestilence, but it's an enchantment. And Pestilence deal 1 damage to all creatures and players. But it doesn't say the tap symbols. I can do as much damage as I want as long as I have lands to pay for it. Yeah. Pretty cool. And if you like what I do here and you want to see more of these videos, please consider becoming a member. It costs just a little bit each month, and then I get to do this more often and quit my job. Think about that. Oh, Jesus. Healthcare, goodbye. Yeah. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a legendary creature, so it's a bit cheap if you target a commander, for example. Destroy a target creature, surveil. Look at the top cards of your library, any number of them in your graveyard, and the rest on top of your library in any order. I'm not too fond of surveil though. Maybe I'll just get rid of it. Find something that's better. Yeah. Phyrexian Arena, at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So it's a nice way to draw cards. Gonna keep that. Land. This one is pretty cool. It's called Temporal Extortion. When you play Temporal Extortion, any player may pay half his or her life, rounded up. If a player does, counter Temporal Extortion. But if nobody does, then you take an extra turn after this one. Yeah, so that's pretty good. This is an artifact to gain life. I'm sure whenever you cast a spell, yeah, well, how many spells are there in there? There are not that many spells, but I guess it's okay. I'll put it in my maybe pile. I need to count my spells in here. And this is the artifact that's really hard to read. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. Yes, there you go. It's pretty good. And I can sacrifice 10 land permanents, non-land permanents, and each opponent loses 10 life. So that's pretty good. Yeah. This is the second part of the loop situation. It's called Sanguine Bond, and this is inspired by Lord of the Rings right here. The artwork, yeah. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Yeah. So it's awesome. Another board wipe, as it were. Yeah, it's put X1-1 counter on each creature. Yeah, and I can shuffle it into my library instead of my graveyard, so I can do this indefinitely if I want. Land. And here's the zombie I'm talking about. It's when Grey Merchant of Asphodel enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life. For X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Yeah. So pretty good card that. Pretty good way to get lots of life. Nightmare. Yeah. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a nightmare. You got 2 stars there because he's as strong as how many life or lands I have. So if I got 7 lands, then this is a 7/7. Yeah. But it's only basic lands though, so yeah. It needs to say swamp right there. So if it doesn't say swamp, if it's another land type, then it won't do. Yeah. Diabolic Tutor, yeah. So this is another tutor then. Search for a card and put that card into your hand and then shuffle your library. It is a bit expensive though, costs 4, but it still needs to go in there. When Festering Goblin is put into graveyard for play, target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, which is pretty decent, I guess. But I think I got something a little bit better, but he only costs 1, so why not? This one is pretty cool. If Leyline of the Void is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. And that means I don't have to pay for it. Yeah. If a card would be put into the opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So this is pretty awesome. I had loads of fun with this card right here. Yeah. Another draw card thing. Target player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. This one is also pretty cool. Put all creature cards from all graveyards into the battlefield under your control. So I get to control all creatures and all graveyards. So that's a sort of an end game card right there. The land that lets me have no maximum hand size is here. That's good. Another whoopity doodah card. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for enchantment and a planeswalker. So yeah. It's pretty awesome. Look at the foil there. Yeah. You would think that you're on LSD, but it's just a foil making fun of you there. Yeah. So there you go. Pretty cool. Land. Nothing much to see there. What's this? It's as an additional cost to cast Morbid Curiosity, sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Draw cards equal to the converted mana cost of the sacrificed permanent. Another good way to draw cards there, so I'm going to keep that. This cool dude, when Infectious Host is put into graveyard from play, target player loses 2 life. Pretty awesome. Yeah. What's this? Discard a card. Each other player loses 2 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Ah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And I can discard lands as well. It doesn't matter. Okay. Fester Creep comes into play with a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Fester Creep. All other creatures get -1/-1 until the end of turn. So it's a way to kill off a lot of creatures that are only have one life. Let's see if I can find him real quick here. I guess I can't. Yeah. There we go. So if I combine this card with, for example, this guy, I play him and I remove -1 counter. I pay 2 to do that, and all creatures get -1 until end of turn. So before my turn ends, I throw this dude out, and they suddenly all have -3/-3. So yeah, pretty nifty trick right there. Okay, what's this? Okay, I chose to keep this. Okay, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I guess I can have some targeted returns on graveyards in my deck. And here I get to return 2 creature cards, and it's a foil, so you're still on LSD. Not too bad. Yeah. This is nice. This is a cool way to get lands quickly. Sacrifice Burnished Heart, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. Pretty cool stuff, yeah. So, awesome way to get out lands really quickly. Speaking of which, here's a couple of lands for you, right there. Another land, whoop-de-doo. Whenever a creature deals damage to you, destroy it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, gotta keep that, even though it's a bit expensive, of course. Maria Landscape enters the battlefield tapped. And another way to get loads of lands. I sacrifice it, pay 2, and I search my library for up to 2 basic land cards, then share a land type, put them into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Temple of Thosgod. I love this artwork here. It's really good. Add 2, activate only if you control 5 or more lands, which I will be doing really soon. Yeah. And this is also a cool card here. Flying, if an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. So yeah. It's all coming together. Destroy all creatures. Each player loses life equal to the number of creatures he or she controlled that were destroyed this way. Yeah. Jesus. Bringer of the Last Gift. When Bringer of the Last Gift enters the battlefield, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way to the battlefield. So it's a sort of a mixer-upper kind of thing. Another board wipe, okay? So all creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. Land. Sir Conrad the Grim. This is becoming a little bit overkill here, but there we go. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. Yes. He is a lord, after all. Okay, so here until end of turn, whenever a player taps a swamp for mana, it produces an additional mana. I'm sure it's good. I've never actually been able to use it, but there will come a time. I'm just waiting for the moment, man. Land. And this guy, he's cute. Sacrifice Blood Pet and 1 mana to your mana pool. Yeah. During each player's upkeep, that player discards a card at random. Pretty annoying. Let's see if I can find that, though. I'll tell you that story. Can I find it? Where is that card? There we go. There's the card. Okay, so I started with this, right? And it says if your card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. And then I throw out this. During each player's upkeep, that player discards a card at random. Okay. So they discard a card at random, but according to this, it gets exiled. When I do the same, I get to put the card in my graveyard. So, yeah, pretty powerful combo there. And it did happen in a game, and I was enjoying myself. Land. It's a bit ruined this land, but I don't care. It's a really cool land, so I'm just gonna keep it in there. Bantu the Glorified, Menace, Indestructible. Bantu the Glorified can't attack or block unless a creature died under your control this turn. Sacrifice another creature, scry one, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So it's pretty cool guy. Yeah. Each opponent loses X life, you gain life equal to life lost this way. So pretty powerful card. Yeah, and it looks awesome as well. A land with basic land cycling. So yeah, it's a way to siphon out lands, so you can do what's really important: destroy your enemies instead of searching for lands. You get creatures and stuff. Speaking of which, last card of the bunch, this little sweet little buggeroo. Swamp Walk, yeah, and that means this creature is unblockable as long as the defending player controls the swamp. No one knows whether they were named for the disease they carry or for the speed at which they multiply. Plague Beetle, it says here. Yeah. So that's the last card of the bunch. So, and that's the whole thing. Yeah. I'm just going to close the door so we don't have to listen to that noise from the pipes in this house. There we go. Okay, so then we have these cards in my maybe pile. This is like an artifact, and I get life each time I cast a spell, or yeah, it's a spell. So I guess we gotta keep that. It's just a spell, and everything in Magic the Gathering is a spell. This is a spell. Before it becomes a creature, it's a spell. So, yeah. So I guess it's pretty powerful. I guess this stays. What's this? It's Surveil. Price of Fame. I can just keep it. I don't have to put the cards in the graveyard. I can just put them on top in any order, so I'll just keep this as well. This I really don't see no need for. I pay 2 life to Surveil. I think I'm going to change this out, to be honest with you. I have no need for it. Uh, and this one goes as well, because whenever a creature dies. Okay, so I get to scry one. Okay, I can keep it. So these three, I guess, are going. This one is going, this one is going, and this one is going. Not there, not that the cards are bad in any sense, but I think I found cards that are better for this deck. Yeah. So the cards entering the fray then are Vampiric Tutor, this guy, because he fits the bill nicely. Yeah. And this sorcery, as mentioned. Really powerful and costs 4, but I get to choose 2. So, yeah. No, it doesn't cost 4, it costs 2. It says so right here. Yeah. So there we go. That's it. That's my life deck. A little bit more improved, as it were. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I actually got 5 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going out there. So that means I got this. Bet all you want. I don't think I have the Black Lotus, guys. Okay, so then I gotta find 2 more cards then. Let's just find something. 2 cards more. So now we're searching the pre-con for 2 cards. It's the pre-con I just bought. Looks like that. So there's a hint for you guys. So yeah. And this is the commander of that pre-con, Volgavoth, Horror of Souls. I can't use cards that got red in them though, so I need to find something that's just black in here. And I'm searching for 2 cards. Let's see if I can find 2 cards that are awesome. Sir Conrad the Grim. I already got him though, so. So, yeah, Bloodseeker. Pretty good. That's 1 card. We need 1 more though. And I think I know just the one. There's some other artwork on Merchant of Asphodel there. Nice. Maybe I'll change that out for the other one. I think I'll do that actually. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll just add lightning greaves, maybe? Lightning greaves is pretty cool though. But don't I have something better in here? I think I actually do. Let's see here. Yeah, so there we go. And that's it. Yep. That's 5 cards. Okay, thank you guys for watching my stream of my update on my life deck. As mentioned, please consider becoming a member. It really helps the channel and it lets me do more of this stuff if you like what I do. And other than that, have yourself a nice day. Thank you to Big Boss for being a member, and I'll talk to you other guys later. Take care. Bye bye.